Namaste! Grand Rising, Big Cat. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your message or massages. Come in! Come on! I've got intel. Recon is afoot. Yes, Big Cat. Never you forget that you hold the whip, and she or he who holds the whip run things. The planetary energies today, darling dears, as we kick our way into this glorious day gifted to us by the Most High, Father God, Mother Isis, trusting that the universe has your back, knowing that every one of your steps are guided, but it's for you to understand the lesson in every meeting and every mountain you felt was a mountain, but what was not more than a mere molehill. When you realize who you are, darling dear, it's game on, and checkmate will be your cry. The planetary energies are, we have a full moon, darling dears. Yes, in Cancer, imagine that. The moon is in his home sign, darling dear. Today's Cancer full moon brings all of its emotions to your consciousness. Yes, baby. Lots of things are going to be coming up, darling dears, but you have to face them. That's what a big cat does. Just saw 144 on the counter, darling dear. The chosen are assembling. This is about the management. This is about emotional maturity, darling dears. You are going to be releasing old feelings as you acclimatize yourself to this new year. You've got to let those old feelings go, darling dears. You heard the bell, confirmation of what I'm telling you. And I only speaks the truth, roof. Pinkies up. It might hurt while you're doing it, but the process of letting go and managing one's heart is what it's all about, darling dear. No one can feel your feelings for you. And if you're holding on to bitterness, darling dear, you're holding on to what? A hot rock, a hot piece of coal, waiting for someone else's hand to burn it. And there happen, blood. Pardon me, there's a spiritual belt, because I speaks the truth, roof. Pinkies up. It's all about embracing that pain, darling dear. It's the growing pains. It's the pains that you have to what? Overcome in order to move forward in your life. The Cancer moon of 2023 encourages you to stay home with your loved ones. To deal with your domestic issues in private, not on social media. You'll only be creating popcorn moments for those that are bored with their lives, right? For those that know you, darling dear, they're laughing because it's you, and you'll still go through it, and you're still crying about it. They love that she's naive. It's fuel to a narcissist mind. This is about you, what? Focusing on improving matters at home or with your family. The ones that are not distant relatives like the pyramids. Or strengthening your internal core to make you feel safe in every environment. Managing your emotions, darling dears. Something that we was not taught in school, and many of us wasn't taught by our parents or our siblings or whomsoever was your close inner circle as you was rising up on this Malkuth. Yes, my dear big cat. Can we have a chat? It's not like no one's gonna check me, woo, as I sip my mocha. I deliberately chose this cup, darling dear. It's got a lot of sacral chakra. Sacral chakra is about your sexuality, your sensuality, and your passion, your drive. It's also about your self-worth, darling dears. The sacral chakra is represented by Tuesday, yes, baby, as well as Venus, the planet of love and abundance. But love must always start with the self. And in order to have self-love, you have to manage your emotions. There's so 444 on the counter. Many of you are on the right path and you don't even realize it. Because, my darling dears, Water, just like people, will always find its own level to settle on, darling dear. Water always runs down until it finds a little level to settle on. They betrayed you. Now find themselves in the company of like-minded souls, darling dears. People that accept them at their lowest, darling dear. Cheating, lying, beating, financial abuse, gaslighting, darling dears. Never you forget, darling dear, you are God's strongest soldier. You are a child of the divine. Proverbs 26:11. We don't look back, darling dear. Remember Lot's wife? But Proverbs 26:11 tells us, darling dears, that only a fool returns to folly the way a dog returns to vomit, darling dears. And we don't do vomit. It's so 2017, darling dear. Crying into our fists. The only cry we're going to make is ones of victory as we move forward. And many of us will have to make those cries in silence, darling dear. Not necessarily silence, but keep it to yourself. Especially if you're still in the backwoods with the creatures from the backwoods because you haven't moved your GPS, or you may have to somehow put up with their existence in your life in one way or another. Recognize every victory, darling dear, because it's always one step towards your goals, your achievements, and your dreams. Your dreams are meant to be fulfilled in this lifetime, darling dear. But you have to what? Undummy bat yourself and realize that the low-hanging fruit, darling dear, they have to go to lower levels to be appreciated by like-minded souls that will put up with what you couldn't bear. Not one more day. Never you forget that, as we call in the energies of wisdom, guidance and protection from Father God, Mother Isis, ancestors, angels, way showers and spiritual guides. From Keitha to Malkuth, Namaste. Energies, up. We've got 33 in the chat, same as Jesus and Bob Marley. Somebody pointed it out to me in a message one time. They said, but Bob Marley died at 36, but he was given the cancer at 33. Many have said, why would they take out Bob Marley? Bob Marley could go anywhere, just like Michael Jackson. He was accepted by every race, every creed, darling dears. And he was given a message of love, one love. Same with Michael. He said to start with the man in the mirror, and he did. He started over and over. He changed himself so much he didn't know whom he was looking at. What was he running from? But his message was yet still one of love. Love everybody. We've only got one Malkuth to live on, darling dears. But many are they're so rude and unkind. Let's press on at a hot trot. This is not a day to really what? Wallow in what was. We want to find out about these low-hanging fruit. I know, Big Cat, I told you, don't look at their social media, don't inquire about them. They are, you go full on what? Easter Island and Stevie Wonder. You are an owl when it comes to these people or personages, darling dears. Well, they said there was people we didn't do the scratch and sniff test. I'll look on your behalf. I'm your bestie, and we do the Thelma and Louise without the chelation, darling dear. Why? Besties have to chuckle together as we continue to what? Keep going, darling dears, and get great at every opportunity. You can build the life that you want, but you know what? It comes from self-belief. And not sharing your biggest ideas with people who are on this level, darling dear, because you will stay on this level. They'll poke holes in it. They'll put their bad mind on it. Move in silence, Big Cat, and only speak when it's time to say checkmate, because you hold the whip. Never you forget that. You hold the whip. Your runestone. One went into Uganda and the other one is here. The first one you have is Answers. This is represented by the Magician. You also have Jera, darling dears. So you have the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. Fortune favors the brave, darling dear. Favor favors the brave. Answers, as I said, represented by the letter A, the numbers 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is about you being in your power, as above, so below. This is about being in tip-top manifestation mode, darling dears. It's also about movement because the Magician is also represented by Mercury as its ruling planet, and Mercury also covers short journeys. So many of you will be taking a short journey today or over the next 24 hours, maybe an impronto journey if it's not for work purposes, darling dears, because the Magician always talks about the work, you having something to get to, but having all of the tools to get there. It also speaks about what? Something that you've been working towards, darling dears. You are at breakthrough. Wheel of Fortune. Many of the big cats will be saying checkmate today or in the next 24 hours, darling dears. But you're going to have to what? Self-validate and celebrate yourself, because it's not the point where you're going to become complacent and stagnant. The Magician keeps moving forward. You've got the Wheel of Fortune at your back, reminding you that a rolling stone gathers no moss, darling dears. The Magician also tells us, darling dears, that somebody's also coming out of an illness, something which was touch and go, darling dears. It could have been from a car accident or an accident on the road, maybe a trip or a fall. Because the Magician rules, come on, case, think. It rules the arms and the hands, as well as the nerves and the lungs, as well as shoulders. Maybe you've had a shoulder issue. I've been having a shoulder issue. But I'm a bad bitch. I worked on that shit because I can't take pain, especially when no one else can feel it for me, darling dears. But that's a sidebar. Someone had an accident, darling dear. It was a trip or a fall, and as I said, with the Mercury energy, it's something to do with the arms, the hands, the shoulders. Mercury also covers the nerves as well as the lungs. But it also speaks about being versatile. It may even be a sibling that's had some form of accident, darling dear, because Mercury also rules siblings as well as neighbors. But it's also a reminder of what? To have the memory of an elephant, darling dear. Don't forget what you came from, darling dear. But you doesn't live in it, darling dear. Recon intel only. Something to do with a sibling, darling dear. A sibling wanting to take a short journey to you, but it's also about communication, maybe wanting to send a message through to you. But they also remember that you also have the memory of an elephant. Whoever that message is for, you hold all the cards. Continue to keep storm, right? Never show your hand. Be cool hand Luke. That's what big cats do, darling dear. We are easy breezy. Why? Because one moment of madness could have you locked up like R. Kelly, darling dear, or in the graveyard, right? One of the richest cats in the graveyard, never ever able to what? Benefit off of their ideas and their goals and their dreams. This is the energy of a 1, darling dear, the Magician. The Wheel of Fortune is the energy of a 10, which goes down to a 1. So the energy of the 1, darling dear, speaks about a new beginning for some big cats. It's talking about an opportunity, some form of potential that was untapped. The number 1 is also ruled by the sun energy. So this is a time for you to what? Look at your health, darling dear. Make healthier choices as you move forward. Somebody needs to take on a more diligent exercise routine, as well as what the foods that they're taking in. Sun card. The number 1 is also ruled by Uranus. Someone is wanting freedom from a situation, but you have to understand you are already free in your mind. It's you that is keeping you stuck in this situation. Uranus is the planet of a rebel, darling dear. You was built not to live inside the box. You was built to what? Kick those walls down. This is about you what? Laying new ground. Magician. This is about being eccentric. There's something different about your je ne sais quoi, darling dears. You have to understand, the divine will always make room for your gifts. But you have to have the confidence of the Magician, darling dear, using your intellect and your communications to get your physical body into that position. Steady body, steady mind. The Wheel of Fortune also speaks about a form of inheritance. Maybe you will be inheriting more spiritual gifts, because the Magician does speak about spirituality as well. It also speaks about something spontaneous, but you may feel as though it's spontaneous. The Wheel of Fortune also represents the hips and the thighs. Maybe somebody will be having a trip or having something to do, something going on with their hips and thighs at this moment in time. It also speaks about leaving a karmic relationship. That energy is still on you, darling dear. Even though you may not be living in that energy, whomsoever you left at the starting post, right? What post is that? The sign that says you can't F off past this point. They're at that sign, darling dear. Wondering if you'll come back for them. Baby. Are you going back, big cat? They're really sorry. They're really sorry. They're sorry. Yeah. The Wheel of Fortune also speaks about a new beginning. Some of you may be taking a chance on the lottery, but it also speaks about an inheritance, something about your evolution. This is showing your growth, and it's going to give you opportunities, because as you continue to raise your vibration with your badass alchemist ways, the magician, opportunities are going to be starting to present themselves to you. And the Wheel of Fortune also speaks about foreign people as well as foreign places. Possibly an opportunity to travel to a foreign place. But it's also a reminder to beware of manipulation, because you have the Wheel of Fortune. Fate, destiny has been activated because you have completed some cycle, because the 10 is the ending of a cycle. But it's also about Psalms 91:1, trusting in the unseen, darling dear, being covered by Ephesians 6:13, the whole spiritual armor, darling dears. The energy of the one also represents Sunday. Let's get your ancestral message. We're going to use the distance travel. I haven't used that in a while. Base of the deck, first light. Beginning a new cycle. What did I just tell you, big cats? Fell right off the back end. Stepping into your power. What did I say? Badass alchemist ways. This reminds me of the Hermit, darling dear. Virgo energy. Virgo is ruled by, again, what's that, darling dears? That's right, Mercury. A new cycle is beginning. Let's see, what about Mercury? Mercury takes 14 to 30 days to move through a sign. So within the next 14 to 30 days, a significant opportunity is going to arise for a big cat. This is somebody who has been walking alone. This is someone who is being spiritually protected. This is someone who is being watched. Can't you see the shadow figure in the background? Someone, you've still got the hillbilly investigations on you, because they're still waiting for you to fall on your face when you prefer your back. Because you listened to Les Brown, who said, if you can look up, you can get up. Holding on to your what? Ace of Wands. This is about being inspired. It also speaks about taking action, physical action towards your goals. Some people are walking away from people that's been around them for some time, darling. They are dusty as the pyramids. Be prepared to let go what no longer serves you, because the Cancer full moon is about managing your emotions, your emotional maturity, and you cannot, I repeat, cannot be around those that emotionally manipulate you. You have to think about the yellow in this picture. The yellow is your solar plexus. The solar plexus is ruled by Archangel Michael, as well as, come on, Case, think. Big Cat Leo energy, as well as eastwardly direction. Leo is the fifth house. The fifth house is the house of drama, darling dears. It's also the house of what? Dating, romance, as well as the sex. A reminder that you are going to be getting new opportunities coming towards you, because this is your coming out season, big cat. We've been discussing this. But you have to lead with what? Your third eye, darling dears. This is not the season where you get trapped by the same energy in a different meat suit. This is not the season where you'll be hoodwinked anymore. You must allow those that are the watery kind, darling dear, to flow downwards to the level that they deserve to be on, darling dears. People are going to be shocked at your metasphoric rise, darling dear, but they did not see the work you did in the background, how to get out of the DNS. Baby, I had to look over my right shoulder as the red light, green light champion of 79. Moving forward, darling dears, but bracing yourself for whatever may come. This is not about the what going within, darling dear. Leaning on bitter lessons, no. It's a deeper understanding that what only the light will attract the light, darling dears. Many people are at impasse. For some of you, it's a whole community. You are strong beyond your measure. They can't believe it. Aghast, darling dear. This is why Hillbilly investigations will always be launched in your favor, darling dears. You have broke many family curses, generational curses. You've healed ancestral karma. I feel like I need to draw another card, but not from this deck. But what's on the base of this deck? Cleansing waters. Everything is about the water energy, darling dears. Some of you need to get to a body of water. Today is what? Today is Friday, Venus Friday. Time to jettison into a spiritual bath. Speak it into the water. You have to also remember, you have to speak it with intent and command things to happen in your life, darling dears. But be careful what you wish for. Purification activates vibrant life force, darling dears. Jettison into your spiritual bath. Psalms 91, Psalms 121, Psalms 51. And don't you dare forget Proverbs 31:10. You heard the bell for confirmation. Base of the deck, forgiveness. Forgiving yourself for certain situations, darling, is the emotionals of it all. Hairline taking stuff, guys. But you have to forgive yourself for circumstances that you didn't understand your power, that you was the one that was what meant to bend the matrix, break these family paradigms that are negative and going nowhere. Being strong when you didn't even know what strong meant. But every step you took, it was towards greatness, darling dear, towards spiritual enlightenment and upliftment of your lineage. Love. Hey, love it. I don't hate it. Many of you need to meditate, darling dears. You need to get to it, darling. Don't hitch and don't wait. Self-love, and this all is all about the forgiveness. Forgive them. Any circumstances, forgive them. You don't have to physically tell them that you've forgiven them. You don't have to write a letter. You can write letters, but burn that bitch. You ain't sending that shit. Forgive them and release yourself from that soul tie. Because remember, if you are carrying any form of bitterness with you, darling dears, you are the blocker of your own blessings. How about that? Be your best friend. Forgive so that you can be forgiven. Base of the deck. Self-respect is right up there with your emotional maturity. You are chosen, big cat. Chosen. Make sure that this is the last time that you have to come back to this Malkuth. Complete your life purpose. We're seeing a lot of green here. That's the heart chakra, darling dears. This is bringing us back to Cancer moon energy, darling dears. And Thursday is very important for someone. Continue on your path because it's going to bring true transformation in your life. That is going to be seen and known and revered for generations to come. This is the generation, the lineage that you build now. Whether the child is born from your body or not, darling dear, you have a gift. And you have to pass on those skills. But every step you take is a test in your fortitude, a test in your self-love, a test in your self-respect. I'm going to use the original original Rider-Waite deck. Face of your deck, Queen of Swords, highly intelligent. This again is a reminder of you having the wisdom of your experiences. This is about you being able to solve any issue with the least amount of effort because you've got it like that in the cranium. This is an older female or someone who is an old soul. This could be somebody who's divorced. It could also represent a female or a male that has no children of their own. But it can also represent a widower. The Queen of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy, darling dears. She's come through to remind you to be what? Be proud of your achievements. It's about the perspective of it all. Divine is trying to remind you that you are a quick thinker. Pay attention. Independent of what? Dysfunctional relationships. Do you know how many millions of people wish they could be you? Knowing that you can lean on your own understanding, knowing that you've learned from the mistakes, learning to brace yourself for whatever comes, but not completely turning your heart to stone. That in itself is badass alchemist ways, darling dears. This is why you get the fate, destiny, and good luck rune. You're on the right path. So they're settling at a low level, eh? Hey, yeah. No! What did I say? The devil's strongest workers, darling dears. Bound by their addictions to the sex, addictions to thruples, those 3-party, 4-party, 5-party, 6-party relationships, gossiping, all of that low vibing shiznai. Yeah, what did I say? Water, just like some people, have to keep flowing down until they reach their what? Sewer-like level to settle on. Yeah, what about them? They've heard some good news about something, darling dears. Something that's taken a while to progress. Could be about you, big cat. They're hearing that you're being inspired. They're also hearing that maybe you're getting to the bag. Knight of Pentacles. This is higher knowledge, new knowledge. They're seeing you be methodical because it's like you may think you're moving forward slowly, darling dear, but in their eyes, when looking from the bottom of the pit, everything is moving quickly as they stay stagnant in the same energies that they gave to you. Unable to break this bond, this chain. This is negative thinking, but it's also what? Obsessive jealousy, darling dears. Because you dared step out into a situation, followed your own mind. The Page of Wands is about the good news. It was good news for you. Listening to these ideas, being inspired, being disciplined enough to turn into what? The Knight of Pentacles. Diligent. They're remembering your loyalty, darling dear. Fake is everywhere, but true loyalty is rare, darling dears. Remembering your loyalty and how much balance you brought to the situation. And it's also what? Emotional balance. So therefore there was an energy vampire. These people used to drain out your quati. Base of the deck until they couldn't. They couldn't. Fool's energy, Uranus energy, darling dear. Until you took that leap of faith. This is about you living according to the beat of your own drums, not being held by any family rules, societal rules, listening to your own higher ideals. This is also the meeting of a new partner, darling dear. Somebody who you're going to be attracted to. For some, because you do have the fate, destiny, and luck on your side. The Magician is somebody who's going to be highly spiritual, possibly it could be a friend, it could be romantical. Clarify this devil energy, the obsession of it all, darling dear. Emperor, because you bossed up. The Emperor doesn't take talk from a foot soldier. The Emperor moves when they feel like it. This is Mars as well as Aries energy, darling dears. It's also a father figure. You could have been dealing with a father figure or the father of your progeny if you have them. This person is toxic to the core, and they're a page. As I said, water must settle on its own lower level. Yeah, what did I say? If you're co-parenting with this person, they created so many injustices against you, because this is somebody with low self-esteem. They're a page, base of the deck, but your heart ain't broken now. You've gotten over the betrayal. Tell them at the back. What is usually with what? The communicative dance, right? Of two of these and one of those. My right palm is itching me. And when my right palm itches me, get right in there. Right? Because what? Skrilla is afoot. And I'm a Reiki master, and I choose to share my energy of abundance and prosperity with you, big cat. Take the energy. No longer tied to a situation that was fraught with turmoil. This is lies, gaslighting, and in some cases it could have been a hospital visit, Suzy's surgery. But in the reverse, the free of swords is what? Forgiveness, darling dear. Forgive the situation, because they got to live it themselves. And where they are, there is no love. No multiple streams of income, right? We've got to get to the facts of it all. The bare necessities, darling dears, they haven't got it. Ace of Cups on its face, and it also speaks about a loss of a pregnancy, possibly you or someone that they're dealing with. It could have been through abortion, but knowing this character and their devilish ways, they had an active hand in the loss of that pregnancy. Page of Wands. Obsessed about what you've got going on, because they've never seen you in this role, whether you are male or female. This is the boss of your life, darling dear. But it definitely is a father figure, someone who should have been a protector and provider in a situation, but created a lot of destabilization, especially in the emotional department. Page is impetuous, darling dear, wanting what they want, fire energy. This is a dick dealing, mattress backing animal in a kitchen or Cuban heel. A pedestrian sperm engineer, base of the deck. What did I just say? And he'll be the king of one's energy, darling dear. Someone is looking into your future at your shapely back, law 16, darling dear, seeing that whatever you are seeking, you've been attracting many things to you, many things that have created opportunities in your life. Give me something. Give me one on this Knight of Wands energy. 3 people are significant in your life. Yeah. Don't even worry about it. This is shoe fly, don't bother me. They gave you the short stick. It was a temporary situation, darling dears. The 2 of Wands also is a reminder for you to assess your progress. You didn't settle like the water, darling dear. You chose to be what? A flying cat. You're a flying cat. You chose a new beginning. You understood that this personages is not your whole world. A father figure, or could be a matriarch or a patriarch of a family, but this person was always jealous of you because you had it like that. They knew about your glow. They saw that you was tenacious by nature. You're somebody that sticks to it, sticks to whatever it is until you get an outcome. Obsessed with what you've got going on, darling dear. But they're not making any change in their life. They're still living in the same paradigm, still doing the same thing over and over. Maybe it's their destiny to what? Rinse and repeat until they realize whom they are. These people or person is very unforgiving of you, darling dear, because you ended a cycle. They got the nostalgia, 6 of Cups. They would love to come back from the time traveling Cretans. Cockroaches. World card is a new, darling dear. But it's also about an adventure. Knight of, recognize that energy coming towards you, but really wanting a light adventure. Base of the deck, coming out of poverty possibly. It also speaks about the bad health on someone from the past, darling dear. It could be bad mental health. It could be bad financial health, darling dear. A situation that you ended. You used to pay a lot into that situation. Gave it a lot of your attention because you thought they was your light. They was attracted to you, darling dear. But they was pretending to be just like you. You can only pretend for so long, darling dears. You're no one's fool. You undummy batted yourself. It wasn't an easy task. Wasn't. Now you know it's rich white lady season on Keitha, as well as Malkuth, base of the deck, manipulation of it all, darling dear. Whoever manipulated you is being manipulated. Wheel of Fortune, that's their destiny. What did I just say? I told you, big cat. We don't seek revenge. Divine is already handling it. The revenge is to live your best life, with your lace front blowing in the wind, darling dear. As you move towards what? Whatever you want. Whatever you like. Take that leap of faith. A new partner is coming towards you, darling dears. But you're going to have to manage your emotions. This is about dealing with the emotional baggage. We have the full moon in Cancer. A time for you to let go. So that what you're truly seeking on an emotional level can find you. We don't seek, darling dears. Our pickers are broken. We understand that. Continue to stand your ground. Don't argue with anyone from the past. You're not even on the same, you don't compete where you don't compare. It also speaks about the spiritual protection of it all, darling dears. But this is also about you always speaking your truth in every situation. This is part of the ascension process, darling dears. Speak your truth, even if your voice is shaking. Speak your truth. The Seven of Wands is represented by Leo energy, as well as Mars energy. Stick to your beliefs, big cat, because good changes are coming through for you, but you have to continue to stand your ground. What about the manipulator? Listen, you've got the sun and the moon. When the sun and the moon lines up, that's an eclipse, darling dear. An eclipse is a need for a change in your life, but somebody's going to have a significant emotional change around the first eclipse coming through. We've got Cancer, Pisces, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. But you have to turn down someone else's cup first. Yeah, you've got a page coming towards you, darling dears. Somebody who's disingenuous, emotionally manipulative. Turn down that situation, because it will block the transformation that's already occurred in your life, big cat. Split the deck. Think clearly. What think? I told you we do the Boosie Badass. Examine every situation, darling dears, and analyze. Because you've got no time to be wasting. Clarify the full, please. Yeah, Temperance. Someone needs to look at how they're managing their finances as well as their time at this moment in time. And it's also someone taking a leap of faith from a job situation that they're no longer happy with. See things from a different perspective and get to it, darling dear. This is active movement. You've already had the inclination. Your intuition and your discernment is telling you to move. It's time for you to move, darling dear. Striking out on your own, you'll be able to balance your responsibilities. Message for someone else. Split the deck. Who is worried? When we see the Nine of Swords, it also speaks about spiritual attacks. This is negative thoughts from the bad-minded at the bottom of the pit, as they wallow in their rocks of life, darling. They're the rocks of life. Let's get another deck. Base of the deck, we've got the Death card. Somebody's worried about illness. It could also speak about somebody actually going on. My condolences. Somebody's getting... I don't like to do it, but it's something, whomsoever's about to pass on, it's something that can't be cured. They've had some kind of medical procedure, surgical procedure, but it's something that can't be cured. But this is also the transformation. Somebody's worried about the future. Why are you worried about the future? The present is a gift, darling dear. It's what you do in the now. Worry if you're not doing nothing about your now. What's this? We've got the 10 of Pentacles. This is the breaking of generational curses, but it's also creating generational wealth going forward. The 10 of Pentacles also speaks about loyalty coming towards you. But you can't seek it, darling dears. When you focus on the bag, that's when the true love and the friends and all everything turns up. When you focus on them, you get what? Someone from the pit, from the crevice of the devil's balls, darling dears. Focus on the bag. Get to the bag, right? Tower moment. This is sudden change coming towards you. And now we've got the Temperance in the upright, spiritually protected. We've got the 10 of Cups. 10, darling dear, is a breakthrough. As we began to read with the Wheel of Fortune, a breakthrough. Many of you are turning to your spirituality as you want, bend the matrix, break the mold. But this is also having a happy home, darling dears. I'm also seeing, this is Mars and Pisces energy here. Yeah, a lot of confusion, arguments, fighting. But focus on your bag, focus on your own goals. Your mental health is your wealth. Base of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. This is about knowing your worth and adding tax, darling dears. Focus on the now. What you do with the now will create your future. Do something today that your future self is going to thank you for. But if you continue to cast your mind to the future or the past, you're going to create anxiety or depression. And quite frankly, darling dears, you ain't got the hairline for it. You haven't. Let's get a final message. And then we're out of here. To get great. Stepping into your power, big cat. Unexpected income. Could be money. Could be information, because knowledge is power and power is knowledge. The 2 and the 7 goes to a 9 hermit energy. Situation that you isolated yourself from. Yeah. Because of the what? The backstabbing, the back, front, neck stabbing, darling dears. Maybe you'll be hearing some knowledge about that situation. Someone's fallen on hard times. But remember, darling dears, it's what they wish for you. Can't you see the root chakra is at their throat? They spoke that into your life. Base of the deck. What is this sudden wealth? Clarify the sudden wealth. Thank you. Great fortune, darling dear. Favor is favoring the brave. Be brave, darling dears. Don't allow yourself to be confused. Confusion is an inside job. Only you can take yourself out of confusion. And how do you do that? With knowledge. Because knowledge is power and power is knowledge. This is your time for you to create whatever you want. But it's also about using the energy of the full moon in Cancer to release old emotions. Don't allow anything to hold you back. The 2 and the 6 goes to an 8. That's the number of money, darling dears. As well as the sudden income. Unexpected money is going to be arriving for someone. Possibly by post, email, whatever. It could even be your bank account, darling dear. Being delivered unto you. Know this. On that note, I drops me mic. Todd love to my Teesprings, Todd love to my Patreon, or simply come back here. Never you forget, my dear big cat. Water, just like people, will always seek out their own levels. Forgive them, because they have to live the life they created, as must you, darling dears. And what you do today will put in place the life that you wish to have tomorrow, darling dears. Until we meet again on these Tarot streets, big cat wave, cat, cat. Cat.